If you want to get this, so when you get out the elevator, you just know. Sometimes I'll stay on the elevator. Sometimes I'll be on my phone, not paying attention, and I'll say Columbia or something. I just know I'm at the wrong place.
That's the face is fierce right there.
Yeah.
Soon it'll be you, right? It'll be your face up there.
Hopefully, that'll be pretty cool.
So yeah, you're still going to be looking this way.
Okay. I'm looking at you, right? Because you're the interviewer.
Yeah, definitely look at me.
Mm-hmm. And the sound was fine.
Yeah, the sound is good.
Yeah.
The sound is good. I just wanted to see how this angle would look. Because now I have just like a close up of you.
Yeah.
So now just look towards me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So let's continue.
You know, they may be a small school, but they've got a heart as big as the borough of Brooklyn. And the entire community is rooting for them to finally make it to the big dance. Only 5 teams in NCAA Division I have never made it to the NCAA tournament. They're one of them. They've got a real shot this year.
Well, we'll be rooting for them.
Yep.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Go St. Francis.
Go St. Francis.
Okay.
Every team is happier, and the season is better when you're winning.
Now to the surprise story of the local college basketball season. After a dreadful 0-5 start, St. Francis College has won 18 of their last 22, and they are poised to make a strong run at their first ever NCAA tournament bid.
Away by Pryor. Again, a 3-on-1. Move ahead to Minnie for the one-handed jam.
I remember we were just racking off so many wins in a row in conference. We just kept winning and winning. I think we went like on a 11-game winning streak or something like that.
Distance for 3, and Robert Morris has knocked down their last 6 shots.
We're gonna need a timeout here.
One last chance.
I tore my labrum in my shoulder. Playing against St. Louis, and my shoulder popped out of place. And I knew something was off. I reached for it immediately. I think my surgery really went well. Wasn't as much cartilage floating around in my shoulder that they thought. My range of motion came back pretty quickly, and my strength was there. It was definitely tough. There was a lot of physical therapy. The months they went by fast, but at the same time, they went by slow. I remember being in my sling and just shooting around with the guys during practice with one hand just to be out there again. I wanted to come back this year with something to prove and to show that I could still play and still be effective. So that was really my motivation, and I didn't feel that that injury was going to stop me from coming back and being even a better player than I was last year. So that was my motivation coming into this season. There's really not a doubt in my mind that we're going to be the 2017 NEC champions.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You can state that right now.
Yeah, I can stamp down anything. That's right now. Mark that date.
How do you feel so far? You're good?
Yep. Yeah, I'm good. The questions are going by pretty quickly anyway, so. Take my thumb in.
You guys started 2-0. Like, what's your opinion on what's taking place?
The games that we've lost, we were in position to win them, so I mean, it's not like we can win those games. We're gonna have to correct what we've been doing and just play hard and hope for the best.
Clock expires, and that does it here in Brooklyn. So the Terriers drop their third straight game, fall to 2-3 in the Northeast Conference.
I was born in Staten Island, New York, with my brother and my parents. You know, it was kind of like a tight space, so my dad wanted kind of to, you know, go somewhere else where we can have like kind of like a backyard and just have a little more outdoor space. Then we actually moved to Staten Island and got a house over there, and I've been living there ever since. I had a great childhood. Yeah, I've always had many friends when I was younger. I didn't act like it though. I didn't act like I was like, you know how some people act when they're popular or whatnot. They're just like, they look down upon people. I didn't act like that. I thought I always really had like a great relationship with people. Well, I hate washing the chicken. That's the most annoying thing. Wish I had a professional cook, man. I usually like preparing it up here because, first of all, when you go in the kitchen, you start to smell like the food and whatnot. So I like to spend the least time as possible in there.
It's a lot of blood. Wow. Yeah.
And that's crazy. I don't remember it being like that.
How long does it take you to prepare this? Like, once you, like...
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
So you eat by yourself, or do you have, like...
Damn, that shit's spicy.
You got teammates that eat with you, or whoever?
I mean, it depends. If I'm cooking, I'll just eat by myself, but sometimes I go out. Like, the other time I went out with Yagos and Millie to go eat somewhere.
Yeah, we usually go like whenever we get our stipend, and then I guess that's the best time to spend money on food outside.
And then as we get broker and broker through the month.
Yeah.
How much money do they give you for the stipend?
We get $650 a month, which if you know how to manage your excuse me, sir. If you know how to manage your money right, then it should be fine. But
like I get 600 because they tax into the international.
Yeah, say that again. You.
No, I was saying like international students. For example, me and my roommate, we get taxed on our stipend, so we only get like 600. Yeah.
So that's not a good thing.
Yeah, so we work in school sometimes.
Why is it less money though for international students?
I guess they tax. Every country has different like tax rate, and I don't even know, honestly. But we need to make our own meals and buy our own food, and then we need to use that stipend to buy like supplies to clean ourselves, like hygiene and stuff. Then we need stuff for the room, so it's not only meal money. What they say is like for our meals, it's like for everything. And then if you don't manage it right, then you can be broke in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
you should manage it right. I feel like you at an age right now that you should manage it right.
And what do people usually manage it on? Like if they mismanage their money, like what are they doing? Where are they?
I don't want to speak upon that.
Yeah.
But
a lot of it has that a lot of guys don't want to like go grocery shopping, then buy stuff and cook. I mean now, this year especially, a lot of guys cook though. But you know, instead of you buying cheaper meals and prepare by yourself, you just go out and eat every day, and in 2 weeks you're broke.
I'm trying to preserve money right now. So that's why I'm.
You're on a tight budget, I hear you.
I definitely didn't struggle as as a kid. I mean, my parents were not saying that they were rich either, but they were pretty financially comfortable. Me and my brother and my sister, we were always good kids, so it's not like we were like, you know, like spoiled brats, like we didn't deserve what we got. We always had good grades, we're always respectful, so we were rewarded for that. I mean, I used to love wrestling. Me and my brother, we had like tons of wrestling toys, so and the thing is, I think the most important that we don't take any of that stuff for granted. I think, especially at this age, we know how not privileged, but how blessed we were to have all the stuff that we got in our lives and still get in our lives. So yeah, I guess I would say we're more blessed than privileged.
That's going to do it here in Brooklyn Heights. So the Terriers lose their 9th straight. They fall to the Red Flash 78-61 as time expires.
Here, the lower your hips are, you're off balance. If you let them get to your body, you're dead.
Long rebound tipped, and the Mount can just dribble this out. Terrier bench yelling no foul, and that's going to do it here in Brooklyn Heights. So the Terriers fought back in the second half, down 13, battled, but couldn't get over the top.
I would say weakness is giving into things, knowing that something is difficult and not having the backbone or the right mindset to try to attack it or overcome it. I mean, it's hard, and it's hard not to have weakness. You know, it's always easier to, you know, stay in bed in the morning or when you're exhausted, or, you know, just give up on a couple sets when you're lifting because it's a little too hard and you're tired. So I think being able to push through that is something that makes you strong and not weak.
This has been my locker since freshman year. Were you next to me freshman year? Yeah. Nah, you weren't next to me.
You guys been my neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Man, you've been my neighbor since freshman year. You about to leave me, man?
Freshman year, man.
You see the cobwebs in my joint, man.
That's what are you like? Are you point guard?
Yeah, I'm a point guard. Like I like getting my teammates involved. So Chris Paul is like a pass first point guard, so I like the way he plays. And then Steph is just, you know, Steph is just Steph.
Yeah, we're actually rolling now, so just
shit, you can't be doing that.
This is all part of the doc here.
Yo, you can't be cutting the editing?
I felt like it was like some tension at some point. I don't know who you guys were.
No, I mean, when we play pickup, there's like not really a lot of rules, so there is a lot of tension, I guess. Yeah. We're always like arguing or whatever.
Yeah.
But this wasn't a real practice, because yeah, if you were here yesterday where we were doing like our defensive like principles and stuff.
Yeah.
That was more of our practice, and then we're starting a little early this year on Monday. So that's what we're gonna really get into it. This is just like kind of just to like stay in shape and just like have fun or whatever. That's pretty much the point of pickup. But there's a lot of fights that go on.
These guys don't want to be touched.
Now listen, we gotta lock in now. We gotta lock in and be ready to play. Everybody's got to be ready to do their job and to focus for the entire game, okay? The other thing, everybody's got to prepare to play the game. So go to class, do what you have to do, and then rest. Get off your feet, okay, and get ready to play. Start thinking about what your job is and what you need to do, okay? Okay, because we're getting better, but we got to learn to focus better and to do things consistently, okay? Okay, bring it in. Let's go. Okay, team on three now.
1, 2, 3.
Damn.
I just thought, how many rings he got? Count your rings. Count your rings. Count your rings. Count your rings. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. I got 4. I got 5. But next year it's dark, bro. I have James Harden James. It's dark. And you know it.
See what I gotta go through, man, in this locker room every day?
Your locker stinks. Ooh. Get it live. Get it live.
No,
get it live. Get it live. Get it live.
Fuck him up, G.
There you go, G. There you go, G. There you go, G. Oh, yeah. G, hope for your life, G. G, hope for your life, G. Oh, G, hope for your life. Go to damn town. Go to damn town. Go to damn town. Hope for your damn life, G.
I wasn't recruited very heavily out of high school. This was like my only Division I offer. And then now I'm at a point where I feel like I have like confidence. I could play anywhere. Like that's how I feel. I think that's what makes me like the player that I am. I've always just been, I guess, like overlooked and whatnot. Always want to prove that I'm the type of player that I know I am, and doing it in a confident and a humble way too.
None of this nonsense. You know what? I'm gonna come to the dorm this weekend.
Yes, sir. I got a
I'm
girlfriend.
coming to everybody's room. 36. All right? I'm coming to everybody's room.
All freshmen and first year players. When you finish class, nobody has class at 3:30, right?
This is my last class. 120.
Yeah, they just got
120 to 2.
To
Like
2
something.
To 2 something. All right, at 3:15, meet me in the office. Also, you got your practice game. Now pay attention. Pay attention. You have lockers. Who doesn't have a locker? All right, nobody put their hand up. So everybody has a locker. Do not lose your stuff. We're giving you 1 compression for right now. You get 2 practice jerseys and you get shorts, all right? The sneakers are on their way. We had to change some of the sneakers because they didn't have the mid-cuts, so we ordered a different kind of sneaker. Do not put your stuff just out on the ground, because if you lose it, you're gonna be mad because you're gonna ask for something else, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna give you nothing until midway through the season because you're gonna lose it again. And Gunnar wants to say one thing.
Yo, first of all, we gotta pick it up. That shit was bullshit. I felt like that was bullshit. Second of all, we gotta shut up. Like, y'all too. Next week, it's not gonna be just me. It's not gonna be just me or him. Someone telling you to shut up. We're gonna be on the line. We're gonna be running all of us. You know what I mean?
Listen, that's not it. We're getting better. We got a long, long way to go, but we're getting better. You got to keep working hard. You got to stay focused. And no matter what, it is a marathon. You got to grind. You got to get better every day. You understand? You got to take care of your bodies. The weather changes every day. You got to get treatment when you need it, and you got to take care of your academics, because once we start traveling, it gets harder. And there's no excuse. Don't tell me, Coach, oh, Coach, I'm overwhelmed. I need a day off from practice to do my schoolwork. No, because you didn't manage your time. So stay your ass up till 4 in the morning now and get your work done. That's what life's about. It ain't about bullshit. You understand? So get your stuff done now so you're not in that position. You understand? I don't want any talking. I want everybody shooting quietly free throws. 9 minutes, Colin. 9 minutes. We're going to rotate every minute and a half. Let's go. Good job. Let's go. Let's go.
There's no let up in college. You can't really take off. You can't take off any nights on college because everybody can play. This is the highest level of college basketball. So you can't really, underestimate your opponent. You have to be really engaged and locked in on their plays and scouting report and their offensive sets, defensive sets. There's just so much that goes into it that I don't even remember really doing that much scouting reporting in high school. There was never really that. So when I came to college, it was a change. It was just, coach just lays out on the board each player and their tendencies and stuff like that. And it's just so different from being a high school player. So it's a really big change, and you have to really be engaged.
Look at that camera. We still on track, right? Look, come on, look at it. You still on track?
But if you guard the ball, maybe there wouldn't be a screen.
Man, you remember when we looked in this camera and we told them we went in the NEC championship? Wait, how many weeks ago?
You can win sometimes and not really play that well. But if you learn from that, like you can also learn from winning too. We just won the other day in our scrimmage, and we watched the film, and we realized, like, my God, if we didn't make all these stupid mistakes, we would have won the game by 20. You know what I mean? So I think it's just learning from winning and then being consistent. Because winning, if you want to be a winner, you have to be consistent.
You gonna make it.
Push the knee into the ground as much as possible, right? So peel the foot away, push your knee to the ground. We're gonna dig in for 10 seconds, right? Ready? And go. All right, last one. Hand on your shoe. Peel it away from the floor and dig your knee into the ground and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and relax. 11:50 each.
What is this stretch helping you out with?
I just like
shoulder?
stretching the shoulder. So I just do both. This and arms up and like that.
I think sometimes into the future, just what I'm going to do after, even after basketball, I think sometimes into that, because, there's always a life after basketball. This stops at some point. But I try not to think too much into the future, although those thoughts do pop into my head, but I try to stay in the moment and just keep working every day. And that's the most important thing. You really can't skip tomorrow and think about 2 years from now, because you still gotta go out and live out that day. So I just try to take everything one step at a time.
Side rim, 3 seconds left, ball tipped around, it's loose on the court. Sanabria there, his layup's short, and that does it. An energetic, enthusiastic, charged effort tonight by the Terriers. Just couldn't get over the top. They fall to Fairleigh Dickinson, 79-73.
Was there a point in the season where you thought, this isn't going anywhere? Why bother showing up? Why bother practicing? We're in last place. Why bother showing? Showing your face, basically. Was there ever a moment?
No, definitely not in my case. It wasn't like for me personally. I came in every day focused. Whether we were losing, 4-game losing streak, 6-game losing streak, whatever it was, I came in focused.
put in work after. I mean, I feel like that's just the way I was raised, just, you know, just staying persistent. But I don't know. It can't just be me feeling like that. It has to be, and it can't just be one other person. It has to be the team collectively, you know, buying in and trying to continue a positive route. It can't just be one person.
Let's go. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Let's go.